Hello, hello, hello. Bu Squalor here, bringing you episode 260. 68. 268. This is Scott Leary. He is our punter for a really long time. 15 years of punting for us. He is. Well, before we go into that, at the beginning of the season, our 2018 first round draft pick, Neil Stallings, retired. That was the last of the 2018 players, and that makes 100%. I mean, 2018 is so long ago when it's 2032. So, started out at 20 years old and played a long time for us and retired at the beginning of the year. Scott Leary is not retiring, but we have decided to move on with him. He was our 7th round pick in 2019, been on the team the entire time. And he's made some good career earnings. Signed him a couple times, And then Vince Trent, who is a little younger. He was 21 when he started. And he retired in 32. So he was turning 31, I think, maybe 30. Yeah, 31. Retired a little early for me. Could have set some more records basically, but decided he had enough and retired. So that was our 18, 19, and 22, and we only have one person left from 23, and then starting in 25 is when there's nobody left from 24. But there's one person left from 23, and he's getting a little up there too, let me tell you, and that would be our defensive tackle, Adrian Best. Adrian Best got himself a C this year. He missed some time, played 337 snaps. He had 2 sacks on it, but 28 tackles. I don't know. I don't know about this 3-4 defense and how we have set up what we're going to do, because he's an 85 overall, and the other 2 defensive tackles are 80. Well, Phillips I thought he was an 81 too. Yeah, but he has 81 strength. So is it Herbert time at 286? The balanced defensive tackle, and then Phillips comes in as a pass rushing defensive tackle, and then Best is going to make some serious cash next year, I bet. Let's look at his awards, or no, his contract. Yep, $12.8 million next year. So, Adrian Best. Okay, so in 2025. Benton Pettis, which we've already talked about, the cornerback. Glenn Stuvard was our other first-round pick in 25, and he's going to move to guard most likely, and Karam is going to take over here, so he's going to move to guard, finish out his career. He might need some strength bonus, but he got an A- because he was pretty good. He only gave up 2 sacks. He's a really good guard. Really good right tackle. And then 2025 also brought us our center in the 2nd round and gave up 1 sack, gave him a B. He's pretty good too. And then in 2026, our 4th round pick was Jordan Matson, and he is the best offensive line I have. He gave up 1 sack for the entire year. So it says that I got sacked 18 times. The offensive line counts for like 10 of them, so 8 of them goes to the other ones, I think. If we look at the stats, sacked 18 times, and then if we go to blocking, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of them are the offensive line, the other ones are the quarterback's fault? Signed to the running backs? I don't know. Will Radovich was cut in the offseason. We already talked about that. Austin Zufex is our 2027, our first round pick in 2027. That didn't come out well. I gave him a B. He was first in receptions on the team, 3rd in yards, and 3rd in touchdowns. And he's a tight end, so it's pretty good thing. Ish Bukati was the 2nd round pick in 2027. Kelsey Steed was the second round pick, and he was traded, but Ishbagati, you got to see. The secondary just doesn't get a lot of interceptions, and he was tied second in tackles. A lot of tackles. There were a lot of people with 95 tackles, so he was tied with like 4 other players. Tied third in interceptions and first in pass defenses easily. No, not easily, but it was okay. Casey Clifton made it come back after missing a year of football, and he got an incomplete grade. Third round pick in 2027, and now we're in 2028. And in 2028, in the third round, we took a fullback, and he didn't do so great this year. He got a C plus, 9 catches and 1 touchdown. Didn't run the ball at all, and our running game was anemic. Not necessarily 100% his fault, but if talent's not there, then talent's not there. Kason Wims was a 5th round pick in 2028. So all left we have in 2028 is the 3rd round and the 5th round. Moved him to the other side, so he's on the left-hand side. He didn't do as well. And if he's on the left-hand side, isn't he playing right? He's playing against the right tackles, and he didn't do as well. He was better against the left tackles, but he was tied 3rd in sacks. And that's all he has for his things. So I gave him a C. Wasn't that great. Lewis McLaughlin we talked about. Sheldon Harden was traded. Talked about Darren Eccles already. Donald Groves we talked about. He got a B plus for his season. Mason Day we talked about. Or not. Craig Billups, the defensive tackle, didn't play enough to get a grade. Marcus Blackburn, the tight end that we drafted. So Emilio Gates was a 2030, just to bring this up. Emilio Gates, you can't see him right now because he's on injured reserve, but he was a 2030 first round pick, the 28th pick overall. He got, he got a practice squad in the first year, so we put our first round pick on the practice squad. Now Jordan Love didn't play any games either, so I think he was a practice squad player. Maybe he was the 3rd quarterback because they didn't want to put him on there. But kind of the same concept, I guess. He got a C and a C minus, and not a kick returner this year. Maybe he was. I didn't really look at kick returning. Who did our kick returning? Maybe I missed that. Artmore and Henderson. And then punt returning. Oh, Gates. And he wasn't good at it. Henderson was much better at punt returning. So let me just could you like edit this comment? Was the 3rd PR. Alright. Like, just making my notes for future when I go back and look at them. Can remember. But Henderson had a touchdown. Remember that? 75-yarder? Okay. Marcus Blackburn was a 2nd round pick, and he had an incomplete grade. Dustin Schmidt, 2nd round pick, incomplete grade. Russell Herbert, some defensive linemen there that we picked up, incomplete grade. Russell Herbert got a C for his time. He actually had enough to have a grade. It wasn't great. It's just to see. LaMichael Weldon, 3rd round pick, not to be the starter due to shifting around, and he was 2nd in the team on sacks, and he had 6 and 91 tackles. He has some promise here as a left outside linebacker, but I'm desperate to fix our defense, so he's going to have a hard time because we need. I mean, I just got to figure out how we can make more pass rush, and it has to be pass rushing right end, right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker, or maybe a left end. Church isn't going to go there. Adrian Best, we already talked about that. I don't know. But Michael Weldon was second on the team in sacks, so it's not his fault. Swinton was not, so maybe he's the one that gets the thing. But anyways, we'll be talking about him in a second, because he is the number 1 pick in 31. So that was the end of 30 with 2 practice squad players getting cut. So, Darkley Swinson tied second in sack, third in tackles for a loss, and third in... Oh, it should be not sacks, tied tackles. So he was second, third, and third. And he was just second in sacks. So it's kind of tough, but gave him a B+, gave him a B+, but they're... I don't know. Anyways, Jeffrey Lucky got an incomplete grade. Titus Haywood should have been the starter, but he only had a 3.8 yards per carry average, and I gave him a C, and none of them, they're not good. Don't have a running back. We need to do something about that. All right, so our first round pick in 30-32 was Church. Slow development, but he was first in tackles for a loss, first in sacks. And he had 9 sacks and 21 tackles for a loss. So 30 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Of his 92 tackles were behind the line of scrimmage. So 1/3 of them. So I was impressed with him. He is our best defensive lineman. He's 24 years old, unfortunately. Could be 21, would have been much better for 2 years. But I gave him A. Julian Poyer. Oh, no. We drafted a safety in the second round. Joel Harden and Herdon. And he went on the practice squad. Julian Porter was a C, and he's the one that I talked about probably starting next year for being the backup to Lindsey Frazier. But instead of the backup to McMillan, yeah, maybe not. But he got a C+. Practice squad players and a bunch of incompletes and one on IR. So our draft class wasn't great. It was not good. We couldn't find some deep round talent, and it just was bad all around. And that is the story of the 2032 Packers, and unfortunately not doing that well. The Seahawks now are the lowest rated team with only one top 10 pick, number 5, in this entire time. That's pretty impressive. Let's advance to the divisional round. All right, looking at the wild card, we got the Dolphins. Let me look at the team talent. No. Records. The Dolphins, the 6th seed, losing to the Bengals, the 3 seed. We have the Lions beating the Panthers. The Lions were the 6th seed. The Panthers were the 3 seed, so that's an upset. The Steelers at Chargers, and the Chargers won. The Chargers are the 4 seed. The Steelers were the 5 seed. And the Seahawks lost to the Cowboys. And the Seahawks were the 5 seed, and the Cowboys were the 6 seed. So, Lions are still in it. So is Minnesota. So the only one, that's bad. I don't even know what to say, but Conference championship. Here we go. And someone's able to come back and play. Our safety is back. Playoff scheduled. Look at that. The Chargers, 4 seed, lost to Jacksonville, 1 seed. The Lions beat the Vikings. And, you know, I don't like either of these two teams, but man, it is great to see the Lions beat the Vikings. I'm so happy about that. The Vikings were the 1 seed. So the Bengals lose to the Jets. The Jets are the 2 seed. So the Jags and Jets are playing. That's the 1 versus the 2. Dallas got crushed by the Cardinals. Cardinals are the 2. The Lions are the 6 seed. So it's the 2 versus 6 and 1 versus 2. And it must have been Banks Wilson just having a great day. Not really. Lots of sacks. Each, you know, it was a close game. Close game. All right, wait, let's go back there. All right, so Jets at Jags. And the Jets. Let me just check out the. Jags won a Super Bowl. The Jets lost the Super Bowl. Let's root for the Jets. Or the Jags, doesn't matter to me. Both of them are whatever. Lions at Cardinals. Gotta root for the Cardinals. So Cardinals and the Jets, because they just had such a terrible time. Pro Bowl. Let's head to the Pro Bowl. And we'll find out who's playing in the Super Bowl. Okay. And let's look at the... What is that? Pro Bowl. Yeah, okay. Hayden Weston Moore. He won the MVP. But Downing McCray. I'm definitely going with the NFC on that. Banks, Wilson, Lowry, T. Banks. NFC fullbacks are pretty even there. Bingham, Archer, Spidwell. Never Spidwell. Oh my goodness. Well, that's their wide receiver 1 is a 76. So is theirs. Ward Lynn. Okay, that's the Lions. Conley, Huggins, Ramel, Shelf, Simmons, Hackett, Ransom. Jordan Madsen, that left tackle too. Boyd. Just looking at something real quick here. Jordan Witherspoon. Interesting that sometimes they have these lower rated ones. Pollock, there you go. Pollock. Sellers, Hannah, Moses, Connor, Higgins, pointer. Tim's Earl Drew. Mackey, Whitlock. Hey, kicker. Vandermeid, the puncher. All right. That was a Pro Bowl. That schedule shows that we got. I don't know why. Detroit beat Arizona. Detroit is in the Super Bowl against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the 6th-seeded Detroit Lions have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Right now, right here. Unbelievable. If Detroit wins the Super Bowl, that means that Minnesota's the only one that hasn't won a Super Bowl in our division. Because they lost to the Browns. The Bears won the Super Bowl in 26. And we got points, and now we have combine scores. We do not have combine scores. Is this messed up? Are we supposed to have combine scores right now? I want to save it here as a test. Okay, we're just looking to see if there's combine scores the next week. I thought you got a couple of weeks before it was. It might be broken. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's when you get to this point that they show combine scores. Alright, that's what it is. Okay, before we figure out who the Super Bowl winner was, we're going to look at retirements. We know Fisher Lee Steer, Cotton, Duncan Brackens, Dion Mayberry, the wide receiver who had some really good games against us, Charles Desir, who's that really high-end defensive tackle, Madison Sitton, wow, Vince Del Greco, left end Vince Del Greco, if that's the same one. Let me check my... this way, go by alphabet. Okay, was not the one that I was thinking. Or maybe we didn't draft him. We had a Vince Del Greco on our team for a while. I just don't remember when. But it seems like it was a long time ago. But, I mean, when you retire, I mean, he could be in his... I don't know. Alright, so we'll keep going. Ooh, man. Brown's got some players retired on them. Okay. So, league schedule. League schedule says that Detroit destroyed the Jacksonville Jaguars Philip Downing, 150 rating, 4 touchdowns. 0-3 for Nick Bollinger. Oh my goodness. That wasn't even a game. They show the box score. 14-14. Oh, they just blew him completely out of the water. And there you go. The Detroit Lions, the 6-seeded Detroit Lions, have won their first Super Bowl since like the, I don't even know, 50s, I think. Well, it wasn't even a Super Bowl back then. Oh, and they were in the Super Bowl last year and they lost to the Broncos. So they are just... So just like the Vikings, so it was Lions and the Vikings. The Bears were the only ones that won it. Now it's just the Vikings that haven't won a Super Bowl. That's why we play this game. 15 players are ready to negotiate, which means we got some players that I did not catch originally. Oh, you know what though? Before we do that, oh, Sankey. Regressions here. Gotta look at regression first. Jonathan Braddock. Down to an 83 overall at 32 years old. 88 speed. Acceleration is not great anymore. Lewis Cummings is not on the team. Perryman is not on the team. So Wesley Sharp. This is he didn't retire. I thought he was going to retire because he's 35 years old, but he decided to stick around one more year, and he will be our starting middle linebacker. Most likely. Benton Pettis. Down to 91 speed. Adrian Best. 88 strength. Jackson Gunn. See, that's why I think... Oh, see, he's in 81 now. No, he's definitely... Oh, he's not going to make the team. He's got too much salary. Jackson Gunn. Center. Eastlick. Guard. Ish. Cotty. Kick power went down 2 more. He's got 29 acceleration. And Stuvod. Arrington. Gates. Haywood. Derek Williams. Tucker. So he did not regress at all. Devin Sankey. And the Lions. Will Craft. Jabari Mack. Bridgewater, the right outside linebacker. Safety. Banks Wilson is down to a 93. Will Downing is down to an 82. Oh, Hayden, still 31 years old, still, but he's got 83 speed. Can he still be a 99 overall? Bears. Haywood. Corey Goddard. Mike Jarrett is a 93 now. Henry Bridgewater is still a 99. Dillard is a 94. And then the Vikings. That's the screen. Seem to be as bad for them. Lincoln Farrington is a 90. Juan Miranda. Brody Hayden, 7 points. 97 overall. Alright, what is our 15 players? We know of 9 of these. No. So he just wants 8.8 million for a 1-year deal. We have 10. We have no cap room. Something changed. We have no cap room. How did we get like no cap room now? We're doing good on the cap space. Oh, because the picks are in now. Alright. I need to go through this and finish this off. I definitely want to re-sign Devin Sankey, 24-year-old wide receiver we found on as a undrafted free agent. See, 40 catches, 552 yards. UND, I mean, that's pretty sweet. So, this needs to work on his catching a little bit. Gotta put this up to 4.1 and 210 for a 4-year deal. 24.9 million. Can we just make this even 25? 25 million. 4-year deal. What do you say? You do it? Yep, that is great. So we got some serious wide receivers signed, and we need to talk about Jonathan Bradham in a minute and a couple other ones. Unfortunately, we're not going to re-sign Tucker Susfix. I know his brother's not going to like that as much, but they got to play together for a little bit. He's a 74. He's 28. Not re-signed. Charles Patrick. Not going to get re-signed. We're going to go over their grades in a minute. It is a 73 at 28. Tremon Ricks. Cornerback. Back. He's 72. 7. Not re-signed. Leo Gates we already know about. Tony Perryman. Gary Fortnite. Casey Clifton. Not signed. I have to change his thing on his sheet because it's going to say not resigned again. Linebacker. 70 overall. 27. Sign Lewis Cummings, and then the quarterback, Shahan. Thankfully, we didn't have to worry about that. Yes, the quarterback did not get hurt this year. He is a 59, 27-year-old quarterback. Not signed. Okay, give me just a few moments. You won't even care. Devin Sankey, who was re-signed, and the rest of them. Okay, so everybody that was not re-signed other than Devin Sankey got incompletes, except for Tremon Ricks, because he has 301 snaps, and most of those are on special teams, where he can't get tackles very easily, but he didn't get many tackles, so he's not a good special teamer, therefore he gets a D on the year. And Devin Sankey, who was like 4th on the team in pretty much everything, 764 snaps, got himself a B. I think a B minus. He could be. He would have had a little more playing time. He could have done really well. So we are done with that part of it. All my players have been scouted, or we'll just quickly go over the 14 players that are not being re-signed. Scott Weary, Fenta Pettis, Dan May, the kicker, both the kicker and the punter, tight end, halfback, cornerback, halfback, middle linebacker, Right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker, wide receiver, and quarterback. So, really? This is quarterback and the special teamers, but here we go. And welcome to the off season. Okay, here's our salary cap. How it looks. We got 186 million. We got a $3.5 million salary cap penalty. Nothing for 33 for a cap penalty. Got 172 million in salary caps, 10 million in space, but 7.42 is for rooks. So 10.5 minus 7.42, 3.08, right? And if we go over here, you can see that says we have 3.11 million salary cap available for our team. And that's not good. That's so bad. Penalties is the third. The only one that's 90 speed. Penalties has 91 speed. Jerron Brazel's in here. Mims is a possibility, huh? 92 speed. It's not good. Quite frankly, the whole thing is not good. "34-year-old cornerback. Quick dev. Scott Weary is looking for... Doesn't have any offers yet. Ray Weston, the quarterback. Sean Mears, the quarterback. Goddard. Left outside linebacking. Rushing left outside linebacking. That's an 84 overall. 77 speed. That's a big risk. Speed cornerback, Fenton Pettis. Jerron Brazel, 81 overall. I don't think he was in football. No, he was. We did see him. I saw him somewhere. Logan Bentley. I have a kicker. Vandermeer, the punter. Rambo, Perryman. There's Day. He's got some offers. Oh, there's that one running back that gave us big trouble. Jared Goff. Makes me want to sign him. Okay, we're going to look at our salaries real quick and see if we want to make any changes anywhere. So we are really thin. That's what it looks like. Wide receivers are okay. At least 77s across all four of them. Gales could be a cap casualty. That's really annoying. look at the stats here on this one. Contract. He's not really making much. Adrian Best. 31-year-old. $12.8 million. And then the other one is Jonathan Bradham. Just making a lot of money. 17.1 million. Oh boy. We have no right guard. We're gonna put Struvat at right guard. Is that right? Well, that's not bad. What was it? No. This is our right guard. Okay, let me think about it. I could save 20 some million in salary cap, but only if I can spend it on free agents that are worth it. But that's where we're going to end the episode, guys. I have looked through the free agent market, and I've seen some interesting prospects. But we got a couple of high-priced free agents on or high-priced players on our team that the money could be spent elsewhere to assist in winning. One of them is going to be a little bit of a harder cut, but we'll talk about that in the next episode. Thanks for watching. BU Squallers signing off. Thanks. Bye.